Hi, my name is Reika. Welcome to my channel. In this tutorial series, we are building this super cute lemonade stand together. And in this episode, we are adding the extras such as the chair and the umbrella. This is a fairly easy follow-along tutorial, but if you're completely new to Blender, I also have a beginner course called 4 Fun Projects in Blender 5 for absolute beginners. It's a brand new course and it's currently $10 with a 60% launch discount for the first 30 days. So if you want to learn the basics first, you can check that out in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes where we continue building the lemonade stand. So let's get started. This is where we left off last time. Our lemonade stand is pretty much ready now. We just need to add the chair and the little umbrella. So let's start with the chair. Press 1 on your numpad to go to front view. Shift right click somewhere around here. Shift A to add, mesh and add the cube. Press S to scale, get it down just a little bit to around this size, and then S to scale on the Z, make it nice and thin like that. Ctrl A to apply the scale, and then we can tab into edit mode. I'm going to go to solid view and I press the slash key on my numpad to isolate my object. And first of all, I'm going to do 2 loop cuts here. So Ctrl R and with the wheel of my mouse, I'll make it 2 and then double click to confirm it. And as we did with the lemonade stand, I'll do some extra loop cuts as well. So Ctrl R here, 1 click, and then move it really close to this one, and then click again. And let's do on the other side as well. Ctrl R, 1 click, move it close to the other loop cut, and then click again. Press 3 to go to face mode. Alt click on this little edge to select the whole face loop, and then Shift Alt click on that little edge to select the whole face loop. Press Alt E to extrude faces along normals and just pull it inwards with your mouse like that. So it looks like it's made out of planks, not just one object. And now let's do 2 more loop cuts. Ctrl R and double click to confirm, and 1 here as well. Ctrl R, double click to confirm. With this loop still selected, I'll press Shift Alt and click on this one and press S to scale on the X and move them out just a little bit like that. And now I'm going to do 2 loop cuts this way as well. So Ctrl R, make it 2 with the wheel of your mouse and double click to confirm, and then S to scale on the Y and pull it towards the end like this. Now let's go to the bottom. 3 to go to face mode. Select these faces here. Let's go to front view, press E to extrude and extrude it down on the Z axis. And that's perfect. I'm going to set the transform pivot point to individual origins and just press S to scale those faces down a little bit. And now I'll select this face and this face. Go to side view with 3 on my numpad. I zoom out just a little bit. Press E to extrude. Extrude it upwards to around here. E to extrude again, and once more. And now I'll select this face and shift select this face. Right click, bridge faces, and then I'll do the same with these 2 as well. So that's pretty much my chair. Now let's press A to select everything and Ctrl B to bevel, and I'll add 1 extra edge with the wheel of my mouse like that. So it's a little bit rounded. And then let's go to front view with 1 on your numpad. I'm going to turn on X-ray and I'll go to vertex mode. And I think I'm just going to select these bottom vertices, press G and Z and just make it a little bit taller. Also select these vertices, turn my proportional editing on, press S to scale on the X and just move it out just a little bit. So it gives it a little bit of a rounded top. And also go to side view with 3 on my numpad. Select these vertices and press G and Y and make my circle of influence a little bit bigger and just move it inwards a little bit like that. Select these top ones, G and Y, and move it backwards. So it gives it a little bit of an arch. I might just press S to scale as well, like that, just a little bit. So let's step back to object mode, come out of X-ray mode, and that's pretty much my little chair, and I'm quite happy with it as it is. Let's come out of isolation mode, so press the slash key on your numpad, and I think that's a good size for a chair. Let's go to the shading workspace, click on rendered view, and then I think I'm going to add this color to my chair. You can either link it or just go to this drop-down menu and select the wood lighter material. And then we can go back to the layout workspace. It's a funny looking chair, but that's okay. Now let's add the umbrella. I might just box select this chair, go to top view with 7 on my numpad, press G and move it here, and then just R to rotate it. Maybe bring it forward just a little bit. Let's go to front view with 1 on my numpad and just G and Z to bring it down to the floor. I might move it later, but I think this looks pretty good. And then back to front view, and I'll move my 3D cursor here. So shift right click somewhere around here, press shift A to add mesh, and I'll add the circle. And I'll change the vertices to 36. So that's great. And then press S to scale this umbrella up to around this size. So this is the base of the umbrella. Press Ctrl A to apply the scale, and then let's tab into edit mode. I'm going to turn on X-ray, and I'll go to solid view for this. And all I'm going to do is just extrude upwards. So E to extrude on the Z, move it up, S to scale, and again, and again. So I just speed this up. My proportional editing is still on. And that looks pretty good. And then I just press F to fill the top in. So now if I come out of X-ray mode, you can see it filled it. So that's great. And now what I'm going to do is do one more loop cut. So Ctrl R to do a loop cut there, one click, and then bring it down very close to the other one, but make sure it's not touching. And then Alt click on the very bottom vertex loop. So the whole thing is selected. Go to the select menu, go to checker deselect. And what you want is to have 1 deselected and 2 selected. And then just press G and Z and bring it down like that. So that's great. Let's tab back into object mode. And then Ctrl 3 to add the subdivision surface modifier. And under your modifiers, make sure the render level is set to 3. And you can right click shade smooth as well. So that's the little umbrella top. It's a little bit funky on the top. So what I'll do one more loop cut here. So tab back to edit mode, Ctrl R, and just do one more loop cut so it doesn't look so funky anymore. Right, let's go to top view. Press Shift A to add mesh, and you want to add a cylinder. Change the vertices to 12 and then press S to scale it down, make it nice and thin like that. And then into front view with 1 on your numpad, S to scale on the Z, make it quite tall. I think I'll scale it down further. So S to scale, Shift Z, make it even thinner like that. And then G and Z and bring it down to around here. Maybe it's a little bit too tall, so S to scale on the Z, make it a little bit thinner, and then G and Z to bring it up to around here. We'll see, I might scale it later as well, and then I'll just press right click, shade smooth, so it's nice and smooth. And then let's head to the shading workspace, and first of all, let's do this part. So let's call it Pole, edit a base color. This is the color code I used, so towards the yellows, almost brownish, and I pulled up the roughness all the way to 1. And then let's click on the actual umbrella and just edit the awning white color, which we already set for the awning. And then what I want is to add another color. So go to your slots, add the slot, call it umbrella blue, or whatever color you want to edit really. I edited this sort of really light turquoise blue color. And then let's tab into edit mode, Go to face mode, and what you want is to select some face loops. So alt click on one of these edges and then shift alt click on those two next to it. Leave out 3 and then do it again. So you see where I'm going with this. And do one more. And then once you selected all of the faces you want to color, go to the slot, make sure umbrella blue is selected and assign it. And that's pretty much my little umbrella. Let's go back to the layout workspace. I'll select both of these items, press M to move to new collection, call it umbrella, and click on create. And then I'll go to top view, press G, move it somewhere here, and then go to front view. And I think I might just scale this up in the end. So bring it somewhere around here and press S to scale on the Z, make it just a little bit bigger. And then this one, position it like that. Box select them again. And the transform pivot point, I'll set back to medium point and just press R to rotate it. And let's have a look. I just rotate it a little bit more. So R and then G to move it somewhere here. And I might just scale this umbrella up a little bit. So S to scale, Shift Z, make it just a little bit bigger. Gives a nice shade to my scene. So that's it, pretty much. In the next part of this tutorial, we will set up the scene and the lights, and we will render out our final image. So again, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes where we continue building the lemonade stand, and I will see you in the next one.